starting now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kindness Academy's online conference series featuring Joanne Shenandoah this week. Welcome. Here we are sharing the exciting new world of online conferences. And I see Brandy, Bev, Susan, Ellie so far here. And for those of you listening on Facebook Live and on YouTube, welcome. We're very excited to have our guest this week who I could probably spend the hour introducing. So why don't I just sig the mic over to you, Joanne, and I'll let you take it from there.
Sorry to interrupt, Cam. I'm having trouble starting a Facebook Live.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, welcome, Joanne.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
In our language, that means greetings, and it is my wish for peace within you. Not simply, hey, how you doing? Let's do lunch. You can wish someone peace right off the bat.
Thank you.
And the Academy. And thank you for inviting me. I am Onatayaga Oneida of the Iroquois, a Wolf clan. My mom was a clan mother, responsible for the political, social, and spiritual welfare of the people. My dad was a chief, and they were very incredible musicians in their own right. And ever since I was a little girl, they nurtured my talents, and I was on stage in the 3rd grade. So ever since, I've been in front of audiences, and after 14 years in the computer industry, I decided, I saw a big tree being cut down and just thought, well, I was uprooted at that point. I knew that my true calling was music. So that's what I've been doing for 30 years. So I'm very pleased to be here. And I know that what we're going to do is start off with a couple of slides, I think. And on the screen, I see Cam's iPhone. So it's working still.
Just if you stretch a little bit, I'm just
excuse me.
posting
Cam's
this
iPhone
live
is actually. Oh, pardon. Cam's iPhone is actually me, Joanne, Ellie, Cam's wife. That's going to be muted because I'm in a different room.
You're right.
Yeah. I'm just setting up a Facebook Live feed as we speak. And what Joanne would like to do is present some slides. So I will share that slide from my screen once the Facebook Live has prepared. So could you maybe just talk a little more, Joanne, for a minute while we're...
World religions. In 1999, we were invited by a very spiritual leader called Oren Lyons. And the Parliament had requested us to come all the way to South Africa. And I was requested to open up in front of 14,000 world religious leaders, such as Nelson Mandela, all incredible world religious leaders from every nation you could imagine. And it was so profound. It was the stadium was full. They asked me to open it up, and I mean, what would you sing, right? I chose a song that was gifted to me to record, and it's called the Prophecy Song. So if you look at Global Link TV, you'll see me there with Phil Cousineau, who wrote The Art of Travel, and he has done some amazing work in film, and he was also there attending and filming us. So this is very exciting. So I have, if any of you heard of Houston Smith, who is one of my dear friends, who came to every concert at the Buddhist monastery in San Francisco, up in Berkeley rather.
Okay.
He passed on recently, but we have all the footage of that whole trip and a lot of his life. So we're very excited we'll be putting that together.
Oh, that's cool. Great.
wrote the book on the world's religions.
Oh, wow, wow. That's great. That's going to have a lot of energy.
Yes, it is. And
Yeah.
he was so amazing. He was so open, so kind, and so peaceful and loving. And he admired my work. And it was a delight to meet him. That's where we went together to see Ahmed Kathrada, to go to the island where, you know, Nelson Mandela was for 28 years. And it was just one of the most life-altering experiences. To see
Sure.
the penguins on that island, to go across a catamaran with the jailer of the island at the time,
Oh,
and
wow.
Kathrada, and he sat together and they were tour guides.
Wow. That's great. I love stories like that. I love that.
And so Ahmed Kathrada told us all about, and he's written books about his stay next to Nelson Mandela for 28 years. And how he was lighter skinned, so he got a heavier blanket, and how they planted notes in gardens, and how they sneak out those notes to the sun.
There's a nice saying that we like to quote from A Course in Miracles, that spiritual book, A Course in Miracles, that says, "The holiest spots on earth is where an ancient hatred has become a present love."
Oh, how beautiful is that? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right. Yeah.
Food for thought, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
So it was really very profound, knowing that he spent most of his adult life there. He never had children, so they used to listen to the warden's children.
Wow.
To the rock mine, and they just sit in there and they'd cry because they loved the idea of listening to children's music and
Yes.
playing and laughing with each other, which is just very amazing for me.
Wow.
Very moving, and I'll never forget the experience.
And Joanne, what did you end up? Why don't you talk about your workshop a little bit? Last year, we met at the Parliament, or sorry, in 2018, we met at the Parliament of World Religions in Canada, in Toronto.
Yes, in Toronto. As a matter of fact, I have some of those slides from the workshop today, which I wanted to add.
Okay.
Too much time on that because I did a webinar recently. Although some people, might enjoy it because it's kind of how I go about my day, my life, and
Great.
influences, and how I've had the opportunity to spend time with some of the most amazing people on earth.
Well, that's wonderful. Cam, are you all set up then for that?
I'm having a little difficulty. Just give me maybe 30 seconds. It seems to be happening now. Yes, I'm doing great. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is share my screen. Okay.
It does say we're live on Facebook, so that's working well.
Awesome, great. Okay, hi everyone on Facebook. Okay, here I go, and I'm going to present the first slide now. And hopefully everyone will be able to see it. Share screen, there we go. All right, I'm sharing the first slide. And yes.
Hi, Susan. So I wanted to tell you about sacred sites. Morley Safer was sitting in my living room one day, and he wanted to know about things going on in our territory and why this land means so much to us. And I told him that our ancestors are buried side by side here. That's why we need to honor the sacredness of the land. And our ancestors, they're every single race, every religion, every age. So what's happened with my career is that I've asked, when I write music, I ask the ancestors to come to me and the creator, and I burn my sweetgrass and sage and tobacco, And I ask for um, these divine inspirations to come to me on certain subjects. So specifically, this photograph that you're looking at now is a picture taken by Jane Feldman, and she is a photographer in New York. And we went to this sacred place called the Abode, and it's in eastern New York. And we were walking on the top of the mountain. I went quick to grab my cell phone in the car because I heard these gorgeous chimes, and I said, "Oh, I have to record that." And so I went over there, and a beautiful song, it felt so ancient, came to me. And that's not out yet, but they always say leave them wanting for more. Anyway, in the picture that there's all these beautiful orbs around me, and those are beings of light.
Wow.
So I felt very blessed about that, and I just wanted to share that with you.
Wonderful.
Also, I wanted to share my website, and those who want to make a donation to my Venmo and PayPal, which would be awesome because, during the COVID, I've kind of, been sequestered here in the house. So I've been outdoors a lot, however, because I can't be out without nature, because I believe that we are part of nature. Nature is part of us. And so with that, I guess we go to the next slide.
All right. I think that's my cue. I bet you. Here we go.
So this is my photograph of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. He was so happy to hear me sing. And the week before that I sang for him, a week later I was requested to go to the Vatican. So I want to share a song with you because, love does not discriminate. Right?
Right.
So there we are. We're thinking of, I've never stepped inside, the Vatican before. And then to perform for His Holiness at the One World concert, I was asking the ancestors for a song. And so these words translate to, may there be peace to all people around the world, and let our minds be one. So you can go to the next slide and I'll sing that song. Sana aiziwan andonyo hage. Sana aiziwan andonyo hage. Ahun jigwedo. Ahun jigwedo. Ungwa Nigola, Ungwa Nigola, Skana, Aiziwan Andonyo Hage, Skana, Aiziwan Andonyo Hage. Ahun jigwego. Ahun jigwego. Ungwa nigola. Ungwa nigola.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gorgeous.
Oh, glad you liked it. That's of course me solo, not with my daughter and sister, but we did that. We've been doing that song now a number of years, and very pleased to see that people really love the version of that particular song. So that was really great.
Wow. Well, if I could just say something here, obviously that's a wonderful unifying experience that we're all sharing, and I'm really grateful for everyone who's here. It looks like we've got about 10 folks live, which is a lot of fun for me, and as they say, where two or more are gathered. and just reflecting a little bit about what you're sharing, Joanne, it seems like there's been a really intense mission inside of you to spread the light through your musical gift. And
Our gnomes were over there. They moved all the produce up. They were high and dry by themselves.
sorry, I can mute as we go. So I'm sure. I think that was James, who's a little surprised to be heard. I think a lot of us, maybe in this room, are also connected to the idea of non-conceptual experiences that we share that transcend conceptual barriers like race and religion, because these experiences, the one that I just had with you, helps us understand that we are one. And through the extension of our non-conceptual light, we can be experienced as one. And that's a very important thing to be sharing with the world right now, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah. And so, Joanne, I want part of what this whole thing is to support you and your mission. And maybe as the world is changing rapidly, how do you envisage your outreach mission at this point? Maybe this is what it is right now, you know. But I think a lot of us are attempting to change the way we reach the world, and some of it's very exciting because we're in a room now that has folks from around the world, and we're sharing live on Facebook and being a global presence is pretty exciting.
This is true. And thank you. We began a dream of our elders a while back. And on Facebook, you can look at it. It's called the Hiawatha Institute for Indigenous Knowledge. And what we intend to do there, our mission is basically to help people create a space where they would learn about sustainability, about planting, about singing, about seeds, about how we make a better world for our future generations. So one of my main missions through music is, of course, about peace primarily. And it's been a journey. It's a very exciting journey. We actually just got returned one of our sacred sites, 36 acres, the second largest waterfall in New York State, on the ridge. It's just absolutely gorgeous, near Troy, New York.
Wow.
So, things. And then we have an institute, and we're meeting with higher education to be able to put courses online for people in sustainability, agriculture, healing, traditional ways, language, music. Because when we realize that we are part of this world and we live from all the elements of the earth, then we realize we must take care of our Mother Earth. So, and part of my presentation is obviously about that, because our Mother Earth is alive and breathing still. And she's begun to heal, even though, you know, we are still collecting on Amazon, you know, or wherever we need to feel safe. The ozone layer started to, and that's amazing, I think, because it hopefully will help to change people and how they think about the future, and how they operate, what they take. And that's also part of my presentation.
It's a very important mission that you're on, I think, partly what we're working with the younger folks too here, and in my job as a psychotherapist, a lot of what I'm doing is helping young folks feel connected to something. And a lot of what is changing in the world is exciting, but it also, you can get lost and feel a little disconnected. And connection really gives us a sense of place and purpose that maybe can sometimes be missing in the world.
For sure. And as a matter of fact, part of the slideshow that I have for you is about just that. for over 30 years, have been working on trying to empower our youth. So if you want to move forward on the slides, or, I mean, tell me what you'd like to do.
Okay, be happy to. Let me see. I'm going to, there's our, okay, I'm going to share that and then I will move us along.
So as this is, we'll go rather quickly. So this is Turtle Island, where we believe we came from the sky world, and all the animals and the water, they were in the water, and the animals went to the bottom of the ocean to try to bring dirt upon the turtle's back in order for her to have a home and a place to land. So here we are, just looking at a beautiful photograph or drawing illustration by John Fadden, who is a Mohawk artist and a very dear friend. They brought her from Skyworld. With her, she brought with her medicine. She brought the strawberry plants for our heart. She brought the sacred tobacco so we could carry the prayers to the Creator. She brought corn to sustain us. And this is so beautiful because North America is called Turtle Island. Next slide.
Wow.
That's the quick version. And so in the water in the world I wanted to show is saltwater 70, freshwater, acceptable water or accessible water trapped in glaciers and snowfields. And if you look at this, what UNICEF says, that children under 5 perish from unsafe drinking water. So I want to instill in everyone, next slide, that we are some 70% water in our bodies. Some of us, I always laugh about this, say have more coffee, but primarily our bodies carry the water from the earth. So moving forward. Dr. Emoto.
Dr. Emoto, yeah, we've met up with Dr. Emoto too. Oh, I'm so grateful for you showing this. Thank you, Joanne.
So this is the beautiful, transformation of water. And so if you consider that water can be prayed over or sung to, then you also know that you will have the same effect if it's done to you. Right? Doesn't that make sense?
Right.
I know that for a fact. So next slide. These are water molecules. Thank you. Love and appreciation. You see the differences in the water. It's just amazing.
Huh.
So you can go on YouTube any day and just see all the experiments by Dr. Emoto. Next one. So this is something that's, a little controversial, but because scientists have not substantiated it, but the memory of water is what is claimed to be the mechanism by which homeopathic remedies work. So I don't know about you, but I think everyone's looked at homeopathic medicine and,
Yes.
and how it affects you. Next slide. You look at the memory of water too. I want to say one more thing. If you put rose petals, for example, in a glass of water, it'll take on the essence of the rose. So this is when I went to work for the Department of Justice in 2014. We came up with 286 recommendations for children exposed to violence. And defending our children and everyone across the country, whether they're Native, Black, white, Hispanic, whatever they are, doesn't matter. They are all exposed to violence in some way or another. And it can be within the home. A baby's IQ will drop to drop. Children will have trouble in school, even if they hear arguing. So this is very amazing. It's something to be thinking of. So, what we do.
That is so amazing, Joanne. Wow.
So I was so pleased about this report. The work was extremely difficult for me. I cried every day for a year. I'm not kidding you. The stories that I heard in the testimony, I was the co-chair. for the Assistant Attorney General under Obama's administration. So Obama
Mm-hmm.
then granted $1.3 billion toward our Native children. And
Wow.
it's an amazing feat because we need it desperately. We have the highest rate of suicide, we have the highest rate of suicide. And so you go on and on about all this, and you say, okay, let's make a better world. So it wasn't long after I got extremely ill. There it is. I'm in the Mayo Clinic for 7
Oh,
I'm 120
wow.
here, and I nearly died. I had a 4% and needed all my organs failed. I almost went blind.
What was it? Lyme disease?
No, I got C. diff.
Oh God, yeah. C. diff's horrible.
That'll kill
I'm
you
sorry.
within 30 days, you know. So
God.
that's a real tough thing to get through, because it
God.
just affects your entire body and your
Yeah.
blood, nutrients and everything. So with a lot of love and a lot of prayer from people all over the world, here I am without any transplants, but
Wow.
operations because I nearly went blind.
Wow.
Here's what's important. I think if someone says, I love you, it's a beautiful thing, right?
Mm.
Our language, when they say, Gonolunkwa, that means, how can I lift you up?
Mm.
A lot of people think that means I love you, but that's what love really truly is, to lift the spirit.
Oh, wow.
So the importance of tone and word are so important. I mean, so amazing, because there's a video on YouTube, what happens to your brain when you sing.
Uh-huh.
Neurologists, excuse me, claim that when you resist anger, you're rewiring your brain to be more calm and loving. So all in the way you say it. Sit down, or you can say, sit down, have a seat, right? There are so many ways to say things, and it's important to really keep that in mind when we're trying to alter not only ourselves, but make an effect on others.
Wow. Amazing.
Next slide. This is a good one. I love this one. 1 minute of anger weakens the immune system for 4 to 5 hours. 1 minute of laughter boosts the immune system for 24. Pretty cute, huh? I love that. I love that. So get out the joke book. Anyway, so moving forward. So these are things that I did when I was ill, and this is about healing, right? What we're doing today. So I want to just have you take a look at these. I meditate 3 hours a day. I did 3 hours yesterday, as a matter of fact. They say the Dalai Lama meditates 3 hours a day. Well, if he can do that, so can I. So I did. There's less anxiety. Oh, I've got a typo. Shoot, I gotta fix that. Suicide. And as a matter of fact, I'd love to add to this that I received a letter from my cousin, who's a homeopathic doctor. He sent me an article just yesterday about the COVID, and he said that these were done, that more people die of stress, COVID, or being afraid, but that yes, you take precautions that are necessary. And so if we figure out a way to be more healthy, right? Lose weight, exercise, eat well, all these things, better sleep, better moods. This is what meditation effects do for you. So there's great meditations online. One of my favorite is Jason Stevenson from Australia. And he does all kinds of, from love attraction to sleep in pain, and it goes on and on. So there's lots of meditations on YouTube. And next slide. So ancestral trauma. This is a big one. Some people say, well, they act just like their parents. And sometimes people don't even know their parents, right? So they have DNA traits. And I'm wondering if that's part of the whole memory. the transfusion of water and blood and when you're born to the baby. And one thing I was working on before I got ill, of course, was DNA reprogramming, to not feel a victim of the trauma of all the atrocities. Some people stay there, and that's their choice. But my choice was to try to help others to live a better life and to make a better future for our children. So this is something that I've been working on for a long time.
Wow.
Next. This is my favorite. I love this right here. These are chakras and notes.
Oh, I love this. Look at the how it. Oh, I love this. Thanks. Ah.
So this is something you can find on the internet. Just do chakras and notes. Just Google it, and you'll find this. Matter of fact, in my hand, see the crown chakra? Some have that as this color here, and some people have it as a pure white light. So you know, there's different approaches. I mean, you look online, you'll see so many charts of the different keys that affect different parts of your body. So clearly, I focused a lot on the key of E and the key of grounding.
Hey, Joanne. I'm noticing that they've aligned the chakra and notes in the key of C, which is all the white notes of a piano. Do you think that that's important? That the base would be then C?
Well, the base is, you know, our root chakra. I mean, I'm not an expert on it, but I can tell you this, I tried it and it works.
Nice. Yeah, of course. Cool.
Forks. I use
Yeah, cool.
instruments. I asked them to bring all my instruments to the Mayo Clinic.
Wow.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
I sang to everybody.
Beautiful. Exactly. You're healing there.
So you have issues or problems with certain areas. There's the to envision the color, like for example in the throat. When I had done 200 concerts in 1 year, I got the vocal notes like Julie Andrews did.
Oh.
And the same time as Julie Andrews did, and they wanted to do surgery. I saw the vocal in my throat on the screen. And the rest of it told me once, meet all your fans, talk to them, take pictures with them, sign autographs, because that's the only way that you're going to endear your fans and your friends and that come to hear you sing and they support you. So I did that, and 200 shows was a little too much. So I got the vocal notes, and I went to our native healers, and he actually sang to me in my throat chakra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty beautiful. And
wow.
I virtually could speak after. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
And then
Well, now I know where to send all my singing friends that get notes.
Hey,
because that's a serious thing. I'm a vocalist, so that is very serious, Joanne.
You're going to help them. That's how that's going to work.
You know, yes.
Say a prayer, ask for healing. You, you know, envision the G. You play the G and envision the blue.
Okay.
You got it. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. And it takes patience and time. Blow out. You never clear your throat. You don't yell. You don't speak very much at all until you're healed. That's the tip. Moving forward.
Can I, one little thing can I show?
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Let me see if I can make that happen. I think everyone's allowed to share their screen. Here we go. How about that? Maybe that will help.
I don't know. I'm just holding up the tuning fork.
Oh.
Oh, okay, Susan. That sounds great. Which key is it?
Here's the tuning fork.
Yeah, the Z.
See?
Yeah.
These are
Oh, nice.
Did I get
Look
that?
at them all. Wow.
Wow, that's a great one.
That,
Wow.
wow, we're seeing you, Susan.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
great
Yeah,
tune.
yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, wow. Susan, looks like you're going to grill out.
I'm just going to see if I can hold them up here. And anyway, I have a bunch. All of them.
Cool.
Wow, that's great.
Oh, something I want to show you too. Look at this is crystals of the chakras. Can you see it?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's cool.
I had to hold it over here.
Oh, I love
Ooh.
that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
So there they are.
Okay. All right. We're caught up.
Yeah, in deep meditation, once it was nothing but pure white light.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Thing to
Wow.
experience. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Where are we now?
Well, would you like to complete the slideshow? Would you like to share some music? I heard you playing a guitar there.
Well, I was just giving you some background music.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what's next on the slideshow.
Let me think. I can bring it up. Hang on a minute. I can share here. Sharing my screen. Okay. Looks like we've got you.
Oh yeah, you can leave that one up and I'll just sing. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
I shake, I shout. From time to time, no attention is paid to mine. I fear for you, not just for me. My heart beats on. Why can't you see? Don't steal my thunder, don't break my heart. I'm your mother, hear my beating heart. Hear my beating heart. Reap the land, reap your mother. Take the poison, all my water. Cut the tree down to my soul. Strip my body, all its oil. Don't steal my thunder, don't break my heart. I'm your mother, hear my beating heart, hear my beating heart. Don't steal my thunder, don't break my heart. being home. Hear my being home.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, that was so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm.
What else do we have here, Kim? I forgot what the other slides I threw in there.
Oops, hang on a minute. I'm just going to mute you, Susan, for a moment. I hope that's okay.
Question or anything like that? Or do you do that? Or?
Well, let me see.
Yeah, let's keep going down a little bit more. Just see what else I have. How many more do we have?
Okay, looks like we've got just a couple.
Okay.
Um,
For instance, they just sang this song. There are 4 simple rules to take care of one another and Mother Earth. 1, take only what you need. 2, use all you take. 3, give thanks for all you have. And 4, leave Mother Earth better than when you found her for the next 7 generations.
Wow, thank you. That's gorgeous.
Thank you. That's given to me by Chief Irving Paulus, who's passed down that he was an Onondaga chief.
wow.
Yeah, and I love that. I think it's just so simple and very easy. And then I have one more, I think slide. Oh, that's me at Woodstock.
That's beautiful. I love you. That's wonderful.
94 for 450,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
And then coming up, the last slide is me trying to take
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful.
this is
Look at that shiny face. Wow.
about a week and a half ago, I think. And I just turned 63. So
Joanne, you're amazing. After hearing your story about your hospital stay and everything that you've been through, and for myself, I'm right now disabled by Lyme disease. I've had it for 10 years.
wow.
And so I believe in turning our suffering into wisdom. And I can certainly see that that's what's happened with you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to take a moment if anybody has any questions.
Sure, I'll be happy to open the floor. If anyone would like to say hi, just raise your hand. Some of the folks in the room have muted microphones. Just click on the raise your hand there, and you can say hi to Joanne if you'd like to, or have any questions for anyone. It looks like Karen would like to. I'm going to open up the mic.
Oh gosh, no.
No? Well, hello, Karen.
Hi, Karen. Welcome.
I wanted to say how thankful I was for your singing. Beautiful. And you really spoke to my heart today. I've shared it on my Facebook page, and it was just a beautiful sharing today. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the words.
Yes, Kathleen, I'll open the microphone for you. Looks like your microphone is, let me see. I'm not sure. I'm trying to unmute. Unmute. I think, Kathleen, you might have muted your microphone from your end. Unfortunately, I'm not there to unmute it for you. Oh, there you go. I think we're hearing you, Kathleen.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hello. Hi, Joanne.
Hello, how are you? Hi, beautiful.
I talk to Joanne a lot on Facebook, and we've shared a lot of things, and I'm so grateful for her music and her words of wisdom. She's done a lot to help me to become a better person and to be in touch with the Creator and all of creation. And I'm so glad that she's better. Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you. How beautiful. So happy you could join us today.
It's really fun for me to see how youthful you actually are. You're showing us how to retain the youthful regeneration through music, definitely.
If there aren't any other questions, I can do another song.
Susan, would you like to say hi? Let me see. I think you're on mute, Susan. If you could unmute from your end, then we might be able to hear you. There we go.
Yeah, well, I'll just say hi. And yeah, I showed these because Joanne, I'm using it.
Yay.
You know.
Terrific. You feel the vibration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
I set up the little bonger, you know, thing I bong it on. So it's oh, good, ooh, good logic. Pardon?
You have it with you?
Yeah. Yeah. Do I have the bonger?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I put it on the table and bong it. And
All right, let's hear it.
oh, well, I'll do it on my knee. I don't have the bong. There. Can you hear?
Yes.
Nice
Okay.
on the knee. No.
I'll do the kneecap. That's even better. There.
It rings for a long time too. They ring for a long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, thank you, Susan. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure we'd all love to hear another song if you'd like to share with us.
Certainly, this is the song of Hiawatha. He was
Oh, good.
one of the prophets, and Hiawatha so loved the idea of peace. The peacemaker came to him and told him there could be a better way. We would not have to live in violence or war anymore. We would just have to learn how to forgive. But there was an evil chief named Tadadaho, and this chief, sadly, had all the daughters of Hiawatha put to death. And Hiawatha was so grieved that he laid by this lake for days. But then he remembered the words of the peacemaker. He decided he would go singing to Tadadaho with a song for forgiveness. That he would forgive him for what he had done. And the evil chief was transformed, and this is how he became the Iroquois Confederacy. This is one Peacemaker's journey, for those of you who are wondering. It was also nominated for the Emmy last fall with Robbie Robertson, Native America, on Amazon Prime. You can watch it there. And it was my first Grammy nomination. Lonely golden sung say, high in Watha, Legio Nani, Stoyo Akuha, Elon soon, Onigola, Names Gana, Aundu, Laonigu, 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 high in Waka. Neijio Nageho, Segoyo Guha, Elon Hainwata Nijio na he Sagoyo aguha Ilum suno nigala Names gana awundu Laonigu 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 Laonigu
Wow.
That's just short for so
So meditative.
thank you.
If I could just share really quickly, sometimes when we get to experience spiritual musicians, the music lets me time travel a little bit with them, and I think, Joanne, you were sharing earlier about ancestors and connections and how we're all very connected, and sometimes, as just then with my experience, your music opens that portal to the connectedness that we get to experience with each other. It's a very powerful uniting force, I believe, and I just wanted to thank you for that.
Thank you.
I also wanted to say thank you for that song, Joanne. About that DNA genetic work that you've been doing, and with the water in our bodies. I feel that the vibratory frequency of raising from earth to the heavens is through the breaking of the bondage of that old DNA structure, breaking up the helix. And a lot of that is internal work with your ancestors. Like my grandparents were, passed before I was born. And there's a weird agreements that we seem to have made that we can go back and forward in time, but we can go back in time and say, that previous agreement I made to have diabetes because it's genetic. I want to break that agreement with you so that I can have a body that God can use for my purpose. And so I just wanted to thank you for bringing up that important work too.
Beautiful.
So fun. If Joanne, part of what today's effort is to also support your mission. A lot of what you're doing, including now, we're not directly financially rewarding you. And so I was going to ask maybe Ellie if she would give us a little prayer to help support your mission in, with abundance so that we can continue to keep doing things like this. Is that something you could do for us, Ellie?
Hey, Cam, would you mind putting up the PayPal?
Yeah, sure.
Link there?
So folks who are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and live in the show now can refer to the link on the right, and it's Joanne's PayPal support link. So what that means is you click on that link, and you can send her $5, $10, 100 million, depending on what's available. And that would be a wonderful thing for sure. I'm sure she could use it. And so it's just paypal.me/Joanne Shenandoah.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Are you there, Ellie? Would you like to say something? And then I guess I'll wrap up the show.
Okay, friends. Thank you, Joanne Shenandoah. Thank you, Cam Kennedy, for the Kindness Academy and all the great music that you show from that site, and these wonderful Tuesday afternoon with spiritual musicians. It's just been every Tuesday, blows my mind, and I'm just in heaven for the rest of the day. This is a quote from Cicero speaking on friendship. It says, "Thus nature has no love for solitude and always leans, as it were, on some support. And the sweetest support is found in the most intimate friendship." Heavenly Father, glorious Mother Earth, the universe of universes, we stand before you in all our glorious light, awaiting your voice as you lead us and show us the way. Because you give us the end, the means will be available as well. And so right now, we pray for the means. We pray for the support of Joanne's work, the gratitude for all the generations that have been singing through her voice. And thank you that we can meet in this room together in this holy instant, in this here and now, and share our hearts as we follow hand in hand the way of the light. Amen. Namaste.
Amen. That's beautiful. Um, um, so yay. It's wonderful to have experienced this hour with everyone. I appreciate all of you for taking time out of your day and lending your energy and light to this great purpose. This show will be posted on the Kindness Academy .wordpress website. I'll also send a copy to Joanne. Every Tuesday we're hosting. We're reaching out if anyone knows of any others folks who would like to be part of this, to be a host, to support our mission. And I think we have something coming up and we'd love to invite Joanne to be part of. It's the in support of the United Nations Peace Day on September 21st. We'll be holding an online concert together with lots of musician folks from around the world. And so I just posted my email address. Write me, and thank you. I love you. Appreciate everybody, and have a great day.